What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast. Thank you for all the day ones, all the new subscribers, the likes, comments, feedback. It's genuinely and authentically appreciated, man. Thank y'all so much, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. I always got to start my videos, man, with thanking y'all, man. I think some of y'all might be think it's cheesy or whatever, man, but it's just my way of showing gratitude, man, for y'all spending and wasting y'all's time with me, man. Hearing me vent, hearing me uh speak. Even through maybe I'm not as positive a speaker as as others. Do apologize, right? Uh, but all along, man, me, I just wanted the truth, man. All along, that's the thing, man. I didn't I didn't come on here to make enemies, man. Right? I know where to go find enemies at, and I know where to go find trouble at, man. Right? So my thing was never to offend anybody, disrespect anybody. Uh, those were never my intentions, man. Right? I know at times, people might don't understand me, man, and hey, I barely understand half of the people on social media, man. Let alone completely on who they are, right? I get that, man. Right? Uh, but I'm just speaking on my experience, right? I'm not trying to persuade anybody, right, to do anything. At this point, I've came to the realization that I did what I had to be done, man. It's it's how can I say I got the ball rolling. I got the ball rolling. Now it's like time for me to be like the Olympics, man. It's time for me to patch that flaming torch, right? Uh, Not me distance myself, but let them uh let them decide what they want to do, right? It's no more you know because you know I'm thinking, right, you don't want to be putting people feeling like they're in a vulnerable position, like and they're in the a tug of war type of scenario, right? Like, oh, it's either me or you. No, man, I don't want to do that, right? My true intentions uh were never that, man, right? And like I was telling my wife right now, man, I'm like, look, uh I did what I did, man. I brought the attention, I brought the awareness, I got the ball rolling, right? I did what I was supposed to do, right? Now the family member should be full of courage, should be full of fuel, should be ready to go, right? It should be them, right? It should be the victims themselves, the family members of the victims, right? Holding panels, inviting guests, right? Not uh the journalists or the content creators, uh making them pick and choose, right? Putting them in those kind of binds, right? And my intentions were never to do that, man. And you know, uh, and like I'm telling my wife, I'm like, because that's why God put Eve for Adam. Actually, that's who. What's going on, RG6? Those are who the ones that are supposed to give us that advice that we need, man. As man, because He didn't give us when God took that rib. He didn't give us another Steve, right? He gave us Eve. He go, hey, she's gonna be a part of you, man. And you need somebody to console. You need troubles. Hey, here goes somebody's brain you can pick, right? So yeah, man. Like I said it before, man. These females can break you, and these females can make you, man. I've experienced both ends, man. I've experienced my first relationship with my first baby mom, man. If it was up to her, man, uh, she would have worked the worst on me, man. She turned me down, man. I, instead of building me up. So I've experienced both ends, man. And so everything I asked my wife, and I'm like, man, 'cause at the same time, it's only fair, man, that she's been putting up with it, man. She's been putting it up for like about a year and something, man. Uh, I'm not a fucking screaming, hollering maniac, right? That's not me. That's not who she knows 24/7, man. But that's what she's lately seen for the soul, you know? And that's what I presented to the audience, man. Right? In a way, it's what's going on, Joseph? I guess pride and ego. Uh, but I came to the realization, man, that on the mark situation, I can still, do my videos, express my opinions, but I shouldn't be at the forefront, right? I shouldn't be at the forefront, right? I should be in the back, you know, many rows back, just cheerleading, supporting the family members, the victims, going along with them on their journey, right? It shouldn't be me wanting to be the man in the forefront, right? Nobody should be at the forefront of other people's journey, right? And what gets in those ways is pride, ego, uh, want to have the mic drop, right? But when you come to the realization that sometimes you might be hurting more than you're helping, right? Because you're putting these people in these situations of like a tug of war type of situation, right? And my intentions were never to do that, right? I don't want to put in anybody, right? So it's at the point that where I think it's better for me. I did my job, man, right? I can still do my videos talking about Mark, expressing my opinions as a content creator, right? But as far as being in the forefront, like I'm telling my wife, I mean, that's not a role for me, man. And it shouldn't be a role for any other content creator, right? It should be the role of the victim or the family member of the victim, right? We should all be dancing to their tune. If they want to be silent about it, then we should respect it and be silent about it, right? And it takes time, man, to come to these conclusions and be able to, admit that maybe it's time for me to distance myself, right? And instead of wanting to be at the forefront, right? Not saying that I'm not backing away from Mark, right? Mark. As long as you're on YouTube, you're free game, man. You're going to be content, right? But I've concentrated so much on being in the forefront, right? And and in reality, it's not my place or any other content creator's place other than the victims themselves or the family members, right? And that's the realization, man, that I came to, a few minutes ago. I was about to take a shower, get ready for a party, but during the process, I came to the realization, man. I asked my wife, man, she's like, "Oh, what are you gonna go do? Make a video about?" Right? I'm like, "Nah, it's a whole different realization that I came to, man. It's like, uh, I did my job, man. I did my job, right? As far as you know, bring it to the family members. I reached out to Brad. I reached out to his family members. They told me he was gonna get in contact with me. He never did. So apparently Brad doesn't want to do nothing with it, right? Right. And I never bothered him ever since, even through I can find him and I know where he's at, right? But that defeats the purpose of what I'm really trying to do, right? All right. He doesn't want to do nothing. He doesn't want to be part of it. Right. He doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be a part of it. Right. The victim's family members, they want to be a part of it, right? Right. I think I did my part to give them enough information, enough courage, enough for them to control and take control, right? Let them be the forefront, right? No more like being pressured from people to, hey, you want to do an interview? You want to do this? You want to do this on my platform? You know, uh, you want to come over here? Like it perfect, I'm gonna use myself as a perfect example, right? Because I can hold myself accountability, man. I don't need the next man. What did I do yesterday? Right? I dropped the video. Oh, I got an exclusive interview dropping. Right? It didn't come through. Right? But at the same time, maybe it wasn't meant. Right? Maybe like I said, maybe I was hurting more than helping, right? Maybe because of my pride and ego, right? So in a way, man, it's like you know, it's me, like my videos, uh I'm gonna continue making my videos of Mark, like whatnot. But as far as like wanting to be at the forefront, or I think I did my job to help the victim's family. I reached out to Brad. Uh, Apparently, he don't want nothing to do with it. Uh, the one that wants to do something, I think they're strong enough now, and I think they're on the right path on what they want to accomplish, right? And I think my only suggestion to them would be like, if I was in their situation, would be to not isolate themselves, but take control of what's going on, right? Create your platforms, create your channels. You ask, right? You ask on who you want to, join your panel. You got to take you got to grab the bull by the horns instead of letting everybody else on the outside grab the bull by the horns, right? And try to dictate your outcome, right? And that's the realization that I came to conclusion right now was like, man, maybe I'm hurting it, right? Maybe I just need to, you know, give him that advice that, if I was in their situation, would just be to take control of the situation, right? Take control of the situation. That's what I would do if I was in their situation, right? Right. Take control, right? Uh, don't depend on anybody to be the face of something you're trying to create, something you're trying to move, and sometimes something you're trying to build, right? Uh, it needs to be you, right? It has to be them. Right? It has to be them, man. Right? Man, there's just a lot of stuff, man. Right? I mean, it is what it is, man. Right? Uh, but me, I'm going to continue doing my videos of Mark. Right? Yeah, man. Look, man. There's things going on, and people they I don't know, man. It's uh me. I just came to the realization, man, that I did my part, man, as far as seeking justice and and giving them the momentum, man, to accomplish to give them the opportunity to be in the position they are now, right? Because this shit's 30 years old, man, right? Nobody gave a fuck about it. I'm the one that built the little campfire, right? I got the smoke going, right? So, uh, I guess in a way, uh, maybe I was too busy trying to be the winner, man, right? And I'm trying to win something that is not meant for me to win, right? That's the way I see it, man. Like even myself, I guess you can consider me being stealing somebody's valor, right? Simple as trying to be the one with the mic drop, right? I will have my mic drop one way or another, right? By the people that offended me, right? Mark is not my victim. I am not Mark's victim, right? Uh Mark has not offended me in any kind of way, right? Yes, he said some shit. He went along with some shit, right? I get that, man. Right? I get that, but it's no different than what all my videos are doing of me defending myself, right? All my videos that I've done and produced is just defense videos, man. Right? That's all my videos were. Right? My videos about Mark were just my opinion, man. Right? If I feel like doing a Mark video, I'll do it, and if I don't, I don't. Right? It's just it's my opinion. Right? At the end of the day, Mark did not victimize me. Mark did not victimize my loved one. Right? And for me to be at the forefront of that, uh, I don't think it's proper, man. For me to try to be getting I think I did my job, man. I think the victims, Brad was aware he don't want to do nothing. Oh, I don't know, right? Maybe in time soon he'll probably, reach out to the person that starts the movement and is the face of the movement for what they want to accomplish, right? Um, and it's like, man, you have to, I have to respect that, man. Right. So, man, it doesn't matter, man. What you don't understand, it doesn't matter who said it, right, man? A lot of people said it, man. June said it, right? Grim said it. God Soldier said it. A lot of people said all this shit about me, man, right? But it's who I chose where I heard it the first time, right? Where I heard it and where I watched it. What videos do I have recording? Right? I'm not trying to argue with that, bro. Right? But this for me is basically like saying, I'm no longer going to reach out to any victims. I'm no longer going to reach out to any family member of victims or victims themselves. Right? I'm going to continue with my opinion formulated videos of Mark Moore. Right? He's going to be content to come in the future. Right? I've been breaking news from day one on him, and I will continue just to be expressing my formulated opinion on him. Right? Uh, as just somebody looking in from the outside in. Right? Uh, I think I did my job to bring awareness and prevention. The victims' family are going; they're going on the right path. Uh, now it's time for me to step back, literally step back, and let them, take the bull by the horns. And if they need me, man, they need me. If they don't, they don't. Right? Don't uh, don't put people in positions where they need to pick and choose. Right? I'm a grown man, man. I like chess, man. So I like, foreseeing moves and whatever, right? So this is my way of like not stepping away back from the Mark Moore, not stepping away from the Mark Moore content, but just stepping away from like being the at the forefront. Uh it's not. I mean, I just came to. It's like I've been doing the same thing. I've been pointing the finger at other people, right? The same thing I've been pointing the finger at other people. I can literally say I can point the finger back at myself, right? I can blame myself. If I can blame them and point the finger at them, I should be able to uh, point the finger at myself and hold accountability, right? So I'm gonna continue doing me, right? I mean, uh, I don't know, I still got to talk, with my better half about some things going on. Uh, once you know, you got to see how things play out, man. Um, my thing was never. God destroyer, man. Like, hey, look, the case is winnable, man. Right? If you want me to go through it, just tell me, man. Right? Right? I'm, uh, I'm not worried about that, man. Right? Me, I just have to. I have to correct my wrongs, right? The people that wrong me, uh, if it's rightfully due, then they would be corrected, man, right? If not, then God would deal with it, right? But I know I have everything. I have all whatever, man, right? Uh, but as a man, I gotta hold myself accountable. If I've been pointing the finger at other people, I gotta point the finger back and be like, man, you've been doing the same thing. Uh, so this is my way of saying, like, you know, no longer me, right? Me personally, I am no longer going to be reaching out to anybody, right? Uh, I'll probably do some videos with Hips, whatever Hips wants to talk about, whatever, right? I don't know, right? Uh, my, I'll, I, I'll get my shit's gonna come one way or another, right? I'm not worried about that. Right now, we're talking about my role as far as being in the front lines of this movement that's about to get created, right? Let them uh be the forefront, right? I'll be there if they need me to support them in any kind of way, man. I'm there, right? That doesn't mean just 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 because I'm saying I don't want to be at the forefront does not mean I'm not there to help or assist in any matter, right? I'm there to help and assist in any kind of way, right? If the family members reach out to me and say, "Hey, can you help me?" or "Can you do this?" or more than welcome, right? My doors are always open, right? But like I told my wife, man, I think it's time for me to stop fighting other people's battles, basically, right? When it comes down to it, man, right? And that's the realization that it's like, man, it's not my battle to be at the forefront, right? It's my place to be behind the people, right? Be like, I'm behind you, I support you. This is your fight, right? And whatever you want to do, if you need me, you don't need me, I'm okay with it, right? But this is your fight, right? This is literally your fight. I'm just there, doing the same thing everybody else is trying to do. If you say so, man. If you say so. Right? If you say so. Right? If you say so, man. I'm gonna continue doing me, man. Right? And at the end of the day, when all the I can't tell you the future. If I did, I'd be in a mansion right now, man. Right? If I could tell you, if I can predict the future, man, I'd be, living good. I can't, man. Right? But just like people are seeking justice for their wrongs, right? It's the same thing on my end, man. Right? This video is just basically letting people know that uh, I don't want to be the forefront, right? I don't want to be. This is Mark. Once again, Mark did not victimize me, right? It's my opinion that's been formulated about him, right? So that's my angle, right? I've been taking it as if Mark was my predator, right? Uh, Trying to get justice for something that's not really mine to get, right? Mark didn't wrong me, right? Right. You know what I'm gonna do to you, man? I'm gonna ban you real quick, man, because you're gonna make somebody else pay the consequences of your remarks, right? And I'm trying to be lenient, man. I'm trying to be like because people, when it's all said and done, man, we'll see, man, right? Right now, I'm just talking about how I'm not gonna distance myself, man, but I'm still be making my videos about Mark, right? Uh my opinion, my documentary, whatever, right? Uh that's it, man. I'm no longer gonna be like try to write a petition for him or try to get him locked up, it's not my place, man. Right? It's not my place for them for me to be seeking retributions. And the same thing that I've been blaming people, uh, I have to blame myself and I have to hold myself accountable, man. So, all right. Because you could say, it's a stage of negotiation, mediation, whatever you want to call it, right, man? You take it as is, right? Right. That's what people don't understand, man, is that when it's civil matters, man, it's there's steps before you get to court, man. You know what I mean? If people reach out and try to mediate, you can only entertain, right? That's all you can do, man. Let them know that, hey, look, I'm gonna correct you. It's we can entertain it, but harm has been done, damage has been done, right? So there's a process, man. When you go through civil, there's nothing wrong with listening and entertaining mediation or negotiations, right? Because hey, that's what the courts recommend, right? Hey, did y'all ever entertain a mediation or a negotiation process? Oh, yes, we did, or no, we didn't. Who knows, right? But it's all based off of that, man. Right? Uh, it's like before. It's people don't understand, but there's steps to it, right? Once you get there, uh, the courts don't want you to waste their time, man. Right? So if you can resolve it, it's a civil matter. If you can resolve it like two grown men before we get into the courthouse, then everybody has a happy day, right? Your issue resolved, yours resolved. You don't waste the court time. Next case for the courts, right? That's the whole point of civil matter, man. It's not like fucking a criminal case. So this to me, this is like a. I'm going to continue talking about what I feel like it, right? But as far as being I did the mistake, of trying to put myself at the front line, and that's a perfect example. That was yesterday, right? Uh, Pride, but I made the realization that, hey, man, look, it's time for me to step back. It's time for them to take control of the situation and let them dictate where they wanted to go, right? It's no more people trying to insert themselves, hey, like putting these people like in a tug of war type of situation. I made that a realization that I was wrong, like, and I'm like, no, man, don't do that. If you're gonna do that, it's better for you to step back. Step back. You be there for whatever they need, any advice, anything, right? Anything to help their agenda on what they want to do, not what I want to do for them, for me, right? Uh, that's the thing, right? It's more of a letting them take control, let them dictate the narrative of where they want to go with their movement. And if they want me to be a part of the movement, where they can always reach out and be like, hey, would you like? I'm doing a panel. I'm hosting something over here on this channel or on that channel or on this platform. Uh, I got you're invited. Would you like to come? Oh yeah, but stop trying to I guess force things and insert your things and let it be, man, right? And I came to that realization, man, that it's not good, man. It's not good to be putting people. It's almost like a fucking like a in the way that I can experience it, man. I guess because everything I hand that it's basically life experience, right? It's like the separation from my first baby mama, right? The kids were in the middle, right? Picking and choosing on who they wanted to go, and at the end of the day, the kids are the ones that suffer, man. And it's always the people in the middle, right? It's always the people in the middle, right? That when the people on the outside are surrounding themselves around one people, at the end of the day, the people that pay the price is the people in the middle, right? And my personal experience in the scenario was my kids, right? Uh, Baby mama trying to be right, I try to be right, she tries to be right. It's the better for the kids. It's better for the kids. I know what's better. You don't know what's better, and that's the only thing I can compare it to my life experience, right? Like putting somebody in that vulnerable type of situation, and at the end of the day, be like, no, man, these are not little kids, right? It's time for you to step back. You did what you had to do, right? You sacrificed unselfishness. Your name got tarnished. It is what it is, right? Your channel got destroyed. It is what it is, right? You sacrificed yourself for the good and this unselfishness of a movement and justice for somebody else. right? So in a way, man, uh, I can, I can escort this war respectfully and with my head up held high, right? Uh, I'm gonna continue doing my videos of Mark Moore, my opinion that's been formulated off his self admission and whatnot, right, and what's to come in his life, right, in the near future. Whatever comes, whatever he gets, I'll be there to document it and report it and make videos and reaction videos. And if you want to tune in, you're more than welcome, right? But uh, as far as me being the leader of, the hashtag justice for victims of Mark or whatnot, uh, I'm respectfully you know uh backing away, man. And that's me, me making that conclusion, man. I think uh I kicked that dog, you know, I I beat that dead horse too much already, man. I did my part, man. Right. I did my part. It's time for me to be like respectfully, like, hey, I'm out, man. Uh you need me, I'm here. Anything I can assist, support, advise, I'm here. Just because I'm deciding, to step, 2, 3 rows, 4 rows back, doesn't mean I'm not believing or standing what you get. I'm here, right? I'm just deciding that it's time uh, for them to grab the bull by the horns and control the narrative of where they want it to go, right? Uh, I realized that, you know, I've been blaming people of doing that, and I got to hold myself accountable too, right? I've been doing that too, and it is what it is, man. I don't need people to point the finger at me, man. I can hold myself accountable, and my solution, right? It's like my solution of fixing something is like if I feel like I'm the problem, man, I have to distance myself, right? I don't want to hurt the cause, right? Uh, I don't want to hurt the cause, right? Maybe their cause and their movement is totally different, right? So uh, maybe I need to stop, trying to control where the movement goes, and just be a cheerleader or a bystander, man. You know, and man, good afternoon, Riverside. So I'm going to continue doing my videos. But as far as reaching out to the victims, reaching out to people that want to, I guess, make Marsh look any more worse than what he has, I'm through. Right? It defeats the purpose of what the victims want. Right? It's like I'm not the victim. I'm not the family member. Uh, it's basically saying, I'm not the player. I shouldn't be the fucking head coach. I should just be a fucking cheerleader like I was from the beginning on the benches, man. Right? A bystander, enjoying the game. Right? I think I did a pretty good damn job. The victims are, they're picking up steam and movement, and it's not like I'm backing away and somebody's not, oh no, man, the family members, talking to them, they're on the right path, you know. So me realizing that they're on the right path, it's only me being as a man and being like, hey, oh, y'all got this, man. All right, man. Actually, I'm still standing, man, but my ass has been whooped, right? Whew, I've been getting these punches that been, almost wanted to knock me out. But thank you for tagging in, right? That's the way I see it, man. Thank you for tagging in, right? It's time for me to exit the arena and let them step into the forefront, right? And let everybody else that seeks justice dance to their tune, right? Instead of making everybody else that wants to make the victims dance to their tune, right? So my way is just basically saying, I'm gonna steal about Mark, that ain't gonna stop. But as far as reaching out to the victims, what the victims want to do with Mark, taking him to jail, that's them, right? That's them, right? If I feel like doing a bootleg version, uh, you know, I got hips as the, there's other shit that I can do, man. I'm not, I'm, there's opportunity all around the corner for everybody that takes the initiative, man. Right. So everybody, you know, uh I'll be around. Uh everybody will eventually see the outcome, right? Everybody it'll come uh me doing videos every day. I'm through, man. I'm tired of this shit. Right. Uh just let life play out. And like I said, man, let nature take its course and everybody will see at the end of the day what happens, man. Right. Uh so moving forward, uh I'm no longer like uh want to be at the forefront, right? I'm not, you know, I'm seeking justice for Mark, for his victims, but I'm no longer in the driver's seat, right? I'm like in the trailer now. You know, that's why I'm putting myself at. I'm putting myself in the trailer with the pom poms and the all the cheerleading equipment, right? That's where I'm heading to. Right, back on the benches. Right, you need me, I come out. You don't, hey, I'm just gonna sit there and observe and keep my mouth shut. Right, do my videos on what I feel uh like expressing that day. Right, uh, I think in reality, this realization is gonna help me grow and evolve as a man as well, man. I'm tired of talking about Mark. It's time for the victims themselves or the family members themselves to take control of the narrative of where they want to go on social media with it, right? Let them say, hey, you want to come on my channel? This is my channel. Here goes the link, right? And stop, making these victims and these family members. Uh, I never bothered Brad, even though I can, right? I don't bother the victims' family members, right? I barely just reached out to her again, the other day, right? After so many months, right? So no, man, because that's what. If you're not in the game, if you're not a player, you're not the head coach. Then what the fuck are you? Right? A male's a fucking cheerleader. You're basically on the bench cheerleading, right? You don't have to be wearing a fucking skirt. Everybody's a fucking cheerleader. Male, if you're not a player or the head coach, what are you? You're a fucking cheerleader, right? You're a fucking cheerleader, right? Metaphorically, that's what the fuck you are, right? Every man, you haven't seen a man fucking cheerlead at a game? Woo! Right? You haven't seen a man get so excited? Go watch fans, man. It's happiness. Doesn't mean you're gay. See, I don't have no complex of saying cheerleader, man, because in reality, you have to read what I'm telling you, man. Right? If you're not a player or a head coach, what are you? You're gonna yes, we're the definition, we're man. Right? The definition, we're by definition, we're man, we know. I can grab my balls and I can say I'm a fucking man, right? But at the process of cheering, we become cheerleaders, man. Right? Just like everybody else that's in this fucking chat. It's either cheerleading from one side or cheerleading for another side. Man have become cheerleaders, right? Because you got man cheering from one side and cheering for another side, right? We're man, right? So, man, I gotta go take a shower, man, get ready. This is just my video of saying, I did my job as far as bringing awareness and prevention to the victims. I got the head start. Now it's them for them to uh, assist the situation and take control of the narrative. Right? Get behind the steering wheel. That doesn't mean that I won't help them or assist that. I don't want no man. But now it's for them to ask you, right? What? It's like don't ask. What did Richard say, man? Don't ask what your country can do, but what you can do for your country, right? It's no more, man. I did what I had to do. Uh, I did my job. Now it's time for the people that are really affected and and harmed, man, to get justice, man. Right? It's so, man. This by no means that I don't. I'm not seeking justice for the victims. I do, right? But it's not my place to be at the forefront, right? To try to control the chess, right? In this situation now, I should just be a pawn, right? Let the family members, whatever they want from me, to use me, ask me, hey, I'm out here for you, right? I consider myself more like a knight, right? If you ask me what piece on a chessboard I would be, I consider myself a knight, man. Right? I don't mind being a follower, right? I just have to follow the right one. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to be at the top, man. I, I know my place. Not everybody's meant to be a king or a queen. So if they need any kind of service from me, man, any kind of assist, any kind of videos, do I have any videos that they could use? Well, I'm here, man. Right. And at free of charge. At free of charge, right? Whatever you need, right? At free of charge. I'm not gonna charge you or bill you nothing, man. Right. Um, it's just time for me to respectfully bow my head and chunk the deuce, man. As far as being the front man of the Justice for Mark movement, right? I did enough, man. Right? I've done enough, man. I've proven my case there, and it's just time for me to move on and see uh what I can do, man. Right? It's just come to the realization that it's like you know so man, y'all have a good one, man, and by no means, man, I'm still for the hashtag justice for victims of Mark. You know, I'm all in, man, but I'm not going to be initiating it no further than what I've already had, basically, right? I've already initiated it, so much, basically, man, that to where it's time for me to, back away and let somebody else take control, right? Be like, hey, man, you're on the right path, right? You're on the right path. You need any kind of help from me. It's time now for them to take control of the narrative, right? Uh, that's what I suggest, right? Uh, so in a way, man, it's I'm not distancing myself, man, but when you feel like you're maybe you become more of a more hurt than help the case, right? Than hurt the cause, right? It's like, man, maybe gotta respect me. Say, man, I tried, I did my hardest. I got you this far. Uh, I got him pretty good far, and it's time for me to respectfully back away, man. And say, hey, uh, do my videos about Mark, about what happens to his life coming, and not be that man, man. At the same time, I don't want that stuff to be weighing on my head either, man. Right? Because when I first started this mission, uh, I never did it for anybody to get locked up or lose their freedom, man, or life or death, or might never. Right? So uh, I don't want any of that stuff to be on my conscience, right? To be like, man, like I had something to blame. Yeah, I might have got it started, right? I initiated it, right? I started it, right? But uh, I'm not the one that's going to finish it. Right? It's not for me to finish it, right? I started it, but it's not for me to finish it. If it makes sense, right? Uh, it was never meant for me to finish it, right? It was never meant for me to finish it. So, man, y'all have a good one. Uh, I'll see what I don't know, man. I want to see what I want to do next, right? I mean, Uh, Me talking about Mark over and over and over, right? It's like, how much more, right? I mean, and probably, the reason I was doing videos was just because, I was basically the forefront, right? Nobody else was doing it. Nobody else was doing it, right? So that's why I did it. But now that I see that the family victims members are going about it the right path, it's 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 for me to step back, man. Step back and assist, right? Assist in whatever you need. You need anything, any videos, anything, man. I'm here, right? I'm here to assist in whatever you need, right? Doesn't mean I stop believing in the cause. I just have to, realize that maybe I'm hurting the cause at the time, right? And when you know that maybe you're hurting the cause, maybe for whatever reason, man, your ego, pride, or whatever it is, man, you have to admit it. It might hurt, right? It might hurt to to publicly acknowledge that you were wrong or aha, right? But like I said, man, this YouTube, I've never had nothing, no problem with holding myself accountable, right? But uh, it's helped me grow, man. Nah, man, bro, TikTok ain't nobody scare me, man. Right, right. But there comes to a time, man, to where you're a warrior knows, man. Right? It's like there's no more that I can do, man. Right? Anything further than what I do becomes bloodshed, man. So why do that, right? A warrior knows when to respectfully step away, man. Right? And I'm a warrior, man. Right? I'm a motherfucking Texan, man. We built different, man. Right? So it's not intimidating or scary. No, man. Right? This video is me respectfully saying it's time for the victim's family or the victims to take control. I'm stepping away from uh, the initiating the whole process, right? They've already got a good game plan. Nah, man. There's no Mark. I'm still gonna make my videos about Mark, right? You can watch him or you don't. Right. I've been losing track of the whole thing at Mission, man. Right. Right. I lost track of the mission, right? And I have to say that, man. Right. So when you can acknowledge that you lost track of the mission, that maybe you were hurting more than what you were helping, you have to respectfully say, "Hey, man, here goes my resignation, man. I resign. And these are my reasons, right? That doesn't mean that I don't support your cause or nothing, but it's just me holding myself accountable before anybody else does, right? I fucked up. I went about, I got too emotional. I did things maybe I shouldn't have done, right? But I was trying to be at the forefront of being the justice for the victims, right? When in reality, I should have just been more of a motivator or a supporter or somebody to lean on, somebody to, instead of me, wanting to be the one, right? Wanting to be the shit or wanting to be the one with the final say. Basically, wanting to be a boss when I'm not. It's not my place to be the boss. It's not my place to lead that fight. It's not my place, right? It's the place of the victims, right? So when it's not your place, it's not meant for you. It's not. It's gonna come off fucked up, and until you realize it, like, bro, it's not. It's time for you to step back, man. You did what you got. You got him this far. Right, you got him this far. Now it's time for you to, lick your wounds and step back and say, hey, it's time for you to take control. I'm here for whatever you need. Uh, I'm here, right? Instead of trying to control, right, the narrative of the story, right? I did a lot of wrong, man. But once again, the family, they're on the right path. I congratulate them. I wish them much success on what they have to do, right? I just, have to let them control, right? Let them control, and we'll go from there, y'all, man. This is just my I guess a little quick video of me holding myself accountable, man, for you know. But by no means, I'm still in the fight, still in it. We'll see the outcome of it. You gotta let life play out. There's nothing wrong with listening to negotiations and mediation, right? You know, that's the whole process of civil matters. Uh, Civil matters is that there's a process. Before there's a uh, out of case settlement or even a verdict. There's always negotiations and mediations, man. So if uh, if people that have been wrong can be corrected, well then that's the human way, man. That's the civilized way, right? At the end of the day, right? At the end of the fucking day, I told everybody all I wanted was to for the person to do their research and correct the wrongs, man. Right? I don't want to be fucking in Judge Judy's court, right? But that's the option. That's my last chance, right? Like what else do I have, right? I can't crash out. Right? When you're 100% wrong, man, right? It's like an accident, man. When you're in an accident, the insurance company tells you, hey, you were negligent 30%. No, you were 70%. No, you were 40. Oh, it was 50-50. No, it was 80-20. Right? There's always somebody to blame percent. But when you're fucking 100% wrong, right? Not even on one thing. It's like, fuck, man. Like, you know, but I gotta get ready, man. I got my wife texting me and shit. Uh, I hate going to shit like this, man. But oh well, man. Y'all have a good one, man.